All right, well, welcome to yoga. Thanks for coming. And today we're going to be doing salutations to the earth and to the sun. So anyway, I'm glad you're going to be joining in. So find your place where you'd like to center. It can be sitting up or lying down. And just get yourself situated and have your whatever you need nearby. And then just close your eyes and start to bring your awareness inside, connecting mind and body. So just see where you are as we start the practice today. So it's going to be different from last time, and it's going to be unique from every other time because we're always changing. And so see where you are on a physical plane today. Listen to your body. See, just bring your awareness part by part, you know, from the crown of your head to your feet, any way you want, making sure you just linger briefly on each part, each joint, space between the joints, the top of your body, the back of your body, all around. So just start by seeing where you are physically today. Try not to come back to any story that you have about your body. And just see, like you're seeing it for the first time. Just see what's going on right here, right now. If any place feels tight or tense, you can just kind of relax as you go. But this is mainly just about noticing. Also notice any emotions. Emotions show up in the body. It can be a tightness or an ache or different things, a heat. So just notice emotions, and also notice if your mind is busy or if it's kind of quiet. Just notice if you've got a lot of thoughts moving around, and just make an intention to let them go and stay inside during the practice. And now bring your awareness to your breath, not trying to change it, just see how your body moves with your breath. Just your natural breath. Your body breathes itself and giving you whatever you need as you move through your day. As you follow your inhale and exhale, just be aware if there's any pause between the inhale and the exhale, or both, or one or the other, and that's just natural. See if that's a natural thing for you right now. There's no right or wrong, so just notice. Then after the next natural breath, we're gonna start a pranayama. So we're just gonna make sure your belly's soft, and we're just gonna start lengthening out our breath. Nice, slow, deep, even breath. And you can count to even out your inhale and exhale, or you can just get a sense of evenness in length and between the inhale and exhale. But do make sure your belly's soft, your diaphragm is moving down, you're getting a nice deep inhale and then letting it all out. Again, if a pause happens naturally, let's let it happen. Make sure your face and jaw are relaxed, shoulders relaxed, down from your ears or into the mat. Let's take a few more breaths, slow, deep, even breaths, following your inhale and your exhale, noticing the body move with the breath. Your mind starts to wander, just come right back to the breath. Okay, then just release that conscious breathing and try to maintain the slow, deep, even breath during practice. And if you'd like to create an intention for your practice based on what you've seen, some positive affirmation, something you'd like to take away from your practice, or you can dedicate your practice to someone or something else. Create that intention, repeat it a few times to yourself in your mind, and then let it go and just know that it's there to return to if you need to refocus. And we're going to start today on all fours. So come on up to hands and knees. And I'm just going to start warming up the spine with just some gentle cat-cows. So just make sure your alignment's right. So wrists under shoulders, knees under hips. And flat back, start with a flat back, tabletop. Just draw your belly in a little bit and lengthen out through the crown of your head and back through your tailbone. And then on an inhale, come into cow, so let your chest come down through your arms. Keep your arms straight. Tilt your pelvis forward. Maybe look up gently. And then exhale, tuck your tailbone, round your shoulders, take your chin toward your chest, push away with your hands. Just keep going like that, just gently moving with your slow, deep breath, letting your breath initiate the movement. Just flowing without a lot of effort between the inhale in cow and the exhale in cat. And then we're going to just start our earth salutation. So the next time you come to an exhale and you round your back, let your hips come back into child's pose. And just rest here for a couple breaths. For the first round. And now inhale back up to tabletop. So flat back. And then exhale into downward dog. So tuck your toes, bend your knees, bring your hips up and back. And we'll just take a few breaths in the first down dog to make sure we've got it down. So spread your fingers Press into the fleshy bases of the fingers and have a little cup, so your palm is like a little suction cup. And you can bend your knees a lot, and lift your tailbone toward the ceiling. Shake your head yes, no. Make sure your neck is nice and loose, the top of your spine. And then if you'd like, you can straighten your legs a little bit more, pressing your heels toward the mat. And then finally round your shoulders out toward the side so your chest doesn't collapse too much. Take a slow, deep, even breath here. And then inhale, come back to tabletop, all fours, and we'll just do a couple of rounds of sun salutation, one breath per movement. So inhale in tabletop, lengthen out in 2 directions. Exhale, round your back, come back into child's pose. Inhale back to tabletop, flat back. Exhale, tuck your toes, come up into down dog. And that's one round. So continue on your own in time to your own breath. The inhale will always be tabletop. And then exhale alternates between child's pose and down dog. Remember to move with the breath. So earth salutation is a salute to the earth, and it's grounding and rooting. Pressing down, getting energy from the earth. Take one more round, and don't hurry, just follow your breath, and when you come to child's pose the next time, just rest there. You can spread your knees apart if a wide leg child's pose is better for you, you like it more, whatever feels good. Just feel that support of the earth. And you just release everything down into it, and release. As you breathe, feel your back ribs expand. If your chest is pressed against your thighs especially, just let everything go right down into the mat. Into the earth. Okay, now inhale, come back up to all fours, tabletop, and we're going to do a 3-breath vinyasa. So again, I'm always moving to the breath here. Inhale, take your right leg back, foot is flexed, reach out. Exhale, bring your right knee toward your right elbow, tuck and round your nose toward knee. Inhale, lengthen out again. Exhale, bend your knee, take your right knee out toward your right elbow. Nice. Then inhale, straight back again. Point your toe, take your right foot over your left leg and turn to look at your right foot. And then inhale back to center, right leg out, foot flexed. Exhale, knee to elbow. Inhale, lengthen, foot is flexed. Exhale, right knee out toward the right elbow. Inhale, lengthen, point. Exhale, cross right leg over the left and turn to look. And one more time. Inhale, right leg back, foot flexed. Exhale, knee to nose or toward elbow. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, right knee out toward right elbow. And then inhale, point. Exhale, cross and look. Very nice. And then come back to all fours and just come down onto your elbows for a little bit, and just so you can circle your wrists and get, sometimes that can be a while to be on your wrists. If your wrists are really sensitive, you can also make a fist if that feels better. So, okay, so we'll do that on the other side. So, starting in tabletop, inhale, lengthen your left leg with a flexed foot, reach it out. Exhale, left knee toward left elbow. You can bring your nose toward your knee. Inhale, lengthen, flex. Exhale, left knee bent out toward the left elbow. Inhale, lengthen, point. Cross your left leg over your right and turn to look. Okay, so do 2 more of those on your own on the left side. Move with your breath. Notice any differences between your sides. The left and right sides usually have difference. And make any accommodations that make this better for you. And when you finish the 3rd round, then just come on back again into child's pose. Don't hurry. Just, that's where we're going to meet, back in child's pose. Just let everything sink down. Slow, deep, even breath. Okay, then come back up to all fours. We're going to come to standing. So tuck your toes, lift your hips up, back, down dog, but not to stay. Take a look up between your hands, bend your knees, and walk your feet up toward your hands, coming into standing forward bend. Knees can be bent a lot, so your chest is on your knees, neck's long. Shake your head yes and no. Bring your navel in and up. Bring your hands to your shins and come on halfway up with a flat back. Lengthen out. Exhale, fold down again. And then inhale, press into your feet, lengthen your spine as you come all the way up. Palms touch, straight down to your heart center. Okay, and we're gonna do just a couple of, open our shoulders up with some sun and moon breaths. So look at your feet. They should be parallel, maybe big toes a little closer to each other. And spread your fingers, palms up, inhale up, sun breath, and then palms together right down the midline, moon breath. A couple more times, inhale up, your gaze can go up toward your hands if that works for your neck, and down toward your chest on the exhale, one more. All right, and we're gonna do sun breaths with balance. We're gonna come up on our toes. This is a fun one. Okay, so we're gonna inhale and bring the arms up, and when they come to the shoulders, rise up on your toes. And then as you come down, let your heels come down. Now I guess you could start by coming up on one. No, I think it's better just to do the 2 toes. Never mind. Okay, so just this is fun, this is balance. You have a point you're looking at that's not moving. Keep going a few more times. If you want to challenge yourself and it feels like it's right for you today, you can hold in the raised position and take a few breaths. Your choice. Okay, and then pause and just shake it out. So what? Who cares? That's one of my favorite things that I had in the teacher voice years. Just so what? Who cares? And it's true. Who does care? Okay, and now we're going to build a sun salutation. So if you, for the lunging part, if you like to have blocks to bring the floor up a little bit, have them handy near the front edge of your mat. Okay, so start in the top third of your mat, and we'll begin, oh yeah, I'll wait till get a block. So we're gonna start with, a sun salutation is usually one breath per movement, but we're gonna do it a little differently. We might take more breaths the first time and work up to one breath or whatever. So anyway, okay, so start in mountain pose. I guess we should build a good mountain pose, not just haphazard. So lift and spread your toes, find good balance on the four corners of your feet. Lightly press into the mat. Energy comes up your legs. Slightly raise your hip points, just a little tuck of your tailbone, and then lengthen your side waist. So draw the ribs away from your pelvis, and then open your chest, shoulders down from the ears, and just bring your chin back a little bit and lengthen up through the crown of your head, and then just relax a little bit. So keep your arms feet are active, lightly pressing down. Spread your palms so your arms are active. And then inhale, raise your arms up overhead. Exhale, fold forward. Hands to the mat. Inhale, come into a half lift, Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, fold. And then inhale, take your right foot back. Have a blanket there for your knees for the low lunge of the, so we're gonna take a little time here. So right knee comes down. If it feels better for you to have the floor up higher on blocks, or you can have your hands on the floor, so you're coming into a low lunge. So your left knee over left ankle, and you're opening your back, your right hip. Your top of your right foot's on the floor, so then you can stay right here, or you can bring your hands to your knee. And just, so this is your low lunge, so inhale here, lengthen up. So the sun salutation is about the rising part. So inhale, lift, and then exhale, take your hands to the mat, tuck your right toes, come up and come back, take your left foot back to down dog. That can be a little awkward. Just get there any way you can. And take a breath in down dog. So inhale, lengthen, make sure your neck is soft. And then on the exhale, you're gonna bring your right foot forward and help it up with your other hand and come into a left foot back low lunge, okay? So take your time, we're gonna do it slowly, we're not gonna go fast. So get comfortable there, and then you can bring your hands to your knees or just keep your hands on the floor. So just take a nice, slow, deep, even breath here. Inhale, lifting, expanding, Exhale, maybe softening a little bit in your hip. And then bring your hands to the mat. Come up onto your left toes, rock back, and take your left foot up to meet your right foot, coming into a forward fold. It's a little bit awkward, so help yourself any way you can. So now you're back into your forward fold. Bring your hands to your shins and come up with a flat back. And then exhale, fold, and inhale all the way up. So that was half a round. Hands back down to your chest. We're going to do the same thing. The only difference is instead of starting with the right leg back, we're going to start with the left leg back. Okay, so let's do the other half. So inhale, arms go up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, half lift, lengthen. Exhale, fold, and bring your left leg back. Come onto your left knee. Inhale, come up. And then exhale, hands to the mat. Straighten the left leg and bring the right leg back into down dog. And then inhale, bring your left foot forward. Come down onto your right knee. And then find your whatever version of the low lunge you want. Inhale. Once you get into it, then do a nice inhale, lift, exhale, soften, and then come up onto your back toes, straighten your right leg, kind of rock back, and then bring however you want to get your right foot up, come up into forward fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, come all the way up. And hands down to the heart space. I'm going to do another round. No, shaking, no. What's that?
Cramps in my leg.
We don't have to do another round. You did one. We're going to do some other stuff. Okay, but the nice thing about all the sun salutation especially is that it moves all your joints and muscles through. It's a good warm-up. So a lot of yoga practices just start with like several rounds of that. Okay, so now we're going to do some other stuff. So we'll do a little bit easier. We'll do this half sun salutation. And then we'll do some poses. Okay, so come back toward the front edge of your mat and come back into a nice mountain pose, balanced, rooting down, lifting up in alignment. And we're going to do half sun salutation, so there won't be any lunging. That's kind of the awkward part for me anyway. Okay, so spread your fingers, arms are active, press down into the mat, inhale up, and exhale, fold. Inhale, half lift, exhale, fold, and we're going to come up through chair. So inhale, set your hips back, awkward pose, fierce pose, exhale all the way up, and then arms around. All right, so we'll do a couple more half suns. Inhale up, exhale, fold. See if you can flow here. Inhale, flat back, half lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, chair pose, strong. Exhale all the way up. One more. Inhale up. Just in time to your own breath. I'm sure you know the drill now. Okay, then just let your your arms come down, come back into mountain pose. Just stand in mountain. Feel the energy Come back to your breath, reconnect with your breath. Shoulders down from your ears, lift through the crown of your head. Relax your jaw, your face. Have a little smile on your face. One more slow, deep, even breath, soft belly. Okay, then turn to face the long edge of your mat. And spread your feet wide apart. Feet are parallel. Hands on your hips. So press down into both feet so your legs are going to be internally rotating here. Press down and lengthen up. So root and rise. And on an inhale, just rise up. Exhale, hips hinge forward at your hip creases. You can have a block in front of you if you want to come to half lift. So this is like tabletop with wide legs. So lengthen out. And then exhale, fold forward, let your head hang, belly in and up, and just come back between those two poses. So inhale halfway up, lengthen out, exhale, fold, 2 more times. Inhale, lengthen, exhale, fold. Have a micro bend in your knees, so don't lock your knees. And the next time you fold forward or come to the block, take your right hand in front of your face, fingers pointed to the left, and on an inhale, take your left arm up and take your gaze up toward your left hand if that's comfortable. And take a couple breaths here. Remember to have a micro bend in your knees. And then as you exhale, let your left hand take the place of the right hand. Fingers point to the right. Inhale your right arm up. Take a couple breaths. And then on an exhale, let that hand come down. Bring your hands to your hips or your waist again and come up halfway. Inhale, lengthen out. Exhale, fold again. And then this time, inhale, come up, lengthening as you come. Lengthen out your spine, come up with a strong back all the way up. And then walk your feet together, come your feet together. We're gonna do 2 half suns before we go back to the wide legs. So inhale, your arms come. If you can make your own half sun. If you don't like the chair part or you don't like whatever, you can make your own half sun. So inhale, arms up. Exhale, fold. And then you can add whatever you want in here, but just bring some movement with your legs together. Moving with the breath, keeping the mind and body connected. And when you finish that last round, step your feet wide apart again. And we're gonna come into triangle. So take your right heel and pivot it back toward the back corner of the mat and pivot your left toes toward the short edge, the front edge. Okay, so feet are in alignment. Take your shoulders and square them to the long edge of the mat. Okay, and then inhale your arms up to the out to the side, excuse me, to a T. Make sure your fingers are spread. Arms are active, you're not limp here. And lengthen up and an inhale. Exhale, take your gaze out over the middle finger of your left hand. And then on an inhale, reach out through your left hand and then start to come around. Right arm up. Bring your hand, your left leg stays straight. Bring your hand, your left hand can come to a block or come to rest on the leg. So fine, or just, yeah, and your right hand can be on your waist. So we're working to get the chest open toward the front so that your shoulders are kind of stacked one over the other. And continue to lengthen out through the crown of your head. So your spine is straight, not arched over. Nice, and your gaze can be up toward your hand or down toward the foot or straight ahead. One more breath. And then come on up. Parallel your feet and we'll go to the others. Oh no, we got one more to do over here, I'm sorry. Put your foot back. So feet the way they were. Left toes toward the short edge and right heel back toward the back corner. Okay, so this is going to be bent side ankle. So we are going to bend the left knee. Now, left knee over left ankle. Shoulders square to the long edge. Inhale, arms up, palms face down. And this time, as we're going to inhale and reach out, but let your left forearm come to your left thigh. And then your choice, hand can be behind your back. Notice how that brings your right shoulder back, chest open, or on your hip, or you can have it over your head. So once you get in the position and you're nice and stable through your feet, press down through your feet, and then inhale, lengthen, let your spine lengthen out and up, and exhale, maybe soften. Relax your face. One more breath. And then on an inhale, straighten your left leg, bring your feet back to parallel. And maybe we'll just step our feet together and just do some moving to get, just before we do the other side. So just walk it out, cheek it out, whatever. So what, who cares is good. All right, then other side. Take your feet wide. And this time, left heel pivots toward the back corner, right toes toward the front edge. Bend, no, straight legs, sorry. Shoulders squared, and arms up, palms face down. Spread your fingers, press into your feet. When you press, notice how your legs become active and you lengthen up a little bit. And then take your, look toward your right hand. Inhale, lengthen out flat, and then come down. Find a place for your hand to rest. Lengthen out through your spine, so you're not dumping weight into whatever your hand's resting on. It's just resting there, and you're using the strength of your side muscles to kind of hold you up. 2 more breaths. And then inhale, let your left arm bring you up. And then bend your right knee over your right ankle. You might have to adjust your stance here, so shorter. You want to be able to see your front 2 toes, the big toe and the toe next to it at least. Okay, then inhale, arms up again. And then inhale, reach out. Take your right forearm to your right thigh, palm face up. And your arm can be wherever you want, so bent side angle. Feel that firm foundation pressing into your feet, and then each inhale, lengthen out through the crown of your head. Don't dump the weight into your arm on the leg. One more breath. Very nice, and then come up. Walk your feet together. And this is another one that one of my teachers said, a hula, the hula hula. Yeah, that feels really nice for the hips, doesn't it? Oh, yeah. And then go the other way. Very nice. Okay, and then we will come down. So come toward the front of your mat and inhale, arms up. Exhale, bend your knees, forward fold, bend them a lot, bring your hands to the mat, step back into down dog, but not to stay. Inhale your knees to the mat. Take your feet out to the side so you can come onto your seat. And let's just keep the knees bent for a minute before we go down, and then just hug your knees, let your head come between your knees, lengthen out your low back. And you want to try a boat? We'll try a boat. Okay, so hands can be down by your side. Pick up, you're on your sit bones. Feet up. Strong core, reach out through your arms if you want to, you don't have to. One breath. Feet down, very nice. And then lower down. Keep your knees bent, feet on the mat, hip width apart for bridge. If you want to try bridge with a block between your legs, sometimes that can help your knees from splaying out or just give you a different feeling for it. You don't have to do it. So palms are face down on the mat, and spread your fingers, press into your feet, press into your arms and your hands, and on an inhale, take a little tuck in your tailbone as you raise your hips up. Don't worry about how high. And then on an exhale, roll down from the top of your spine, one vertebra at a time, all the way down to your sacrum. A few more times like that. Inhale up. If you want to bring your arms up overhead on the inhale, that's an option. Exhale down. Slow moving with your breath. Press into your feet, lengthen out through the tops of your legs like energy's going right out through your knees. And the next time you have an option to hold, you can take your, I like to clasp my hands under my hips, or you can keep moving, or you can just draw your knees into your chest and rest. Okay, then everybody come down. Take the block out if you've used a block. And we're going to do a supine twist with our legs in figure 4. So both knees are bent. Now take the right foot up toward the ceiling. Foot is flexed. Turn the toes out toward the right and bring your right ankle above your left knee. And then draw that left knee in toward your chest. You can take a hold behind the thigh, maybe press the right leg away gently with your right elbow. And another option is to straighten that left leg. And you can do some rotating with your ankle there of the left ankle. And then bend the right leg and bring it back to the mat. Bring your arms out, shoulder height, palms face up. Take an inhale. And then as you come to your exhale, draw your navel toward the mat and let your legs move over to the left. Keep the cross, so your left foot will come toward the floor and your right foot toward the floor and your left knee. Use any supports you have around if something's hanging in the air. We're just going to hold this for a minute. So just notice where you feel the stretch and make any modification that makes this feel good. So it's not too much sensation and it's not too little. And as with all the twists, you inhale and expand everything, like blowing your body up like a balloon. Create space, and then the exhale, see what release you can find. I find it very satisfying when I can feel something just soften and release. So sometimes your body needs a support so that it can feel safe releasing. Slow, deep, even breath. Stay with the breath. Relax your face and your jaw. Let your shoulders sink into the mat. Okay, now on an inhale, keep your legs the way they are and come back up so your left foot is on the floor. Your right ankle is above your left knee. Kind of readjust so you're centered again. And then inhale, exhale, draw your navel in and let both legs come over toward the right. Now, this is a lot of weight on your left leg, so if it's too much, just uncross the legs and so you're like in a windshield wipe, and let both knees come toward the floor. So you don't want to ever force the knees down, and you don't want to have too much pressure on the top leg. If it feels too much. So modify it, find where it's just the right amount of sensation. A change is happening. Your muscles will reset to a strong but longer length. If you want to bring the twist all the way up, remember when we twist, we always twist from the bottom up, so your gaze can come over your left arm or stay straight up or over your right shoulder. So your choice. Especially here. If your mind starts to wander, just come right back to the breath. Nice, slow, deep, even breath. Feel your body move with the breath. Expand on the inhale and soften, release on the exhale. And then inhale, come back to center, uncross your legs. And before we go to the other side, have your feet just recenter here. Press lightly into your feet lightly into the mat, and just raise your pelvis up a little bit and just tap it gently on the mat, and then press away with your feet and just rub, kind of move, your feet aren't moving, but you're pressing into the mat, so you're giving a little massage to your low back. And then we'll come to the other side. So this time, left foot comes up, flex your foot, take those toes out to the left, and bring your left ankle above your right knee. Inhale in the center. Exhale, draw your navel toward the mat and let your legs move over toward the right. So this time your left foot comes toward the mat and your right knee. And just honor the differences, but your sides will be different. Very nice. I see people giving your body the support that it needs. Beautiful. Keep coming back to the breath if you start to wander away. Just get totally caught up in following that inhale, expanding, the exhale, releasing. This is very relaxing for your mind and your body. Thinking uses about 20% of your energy, so if you're following your breath and not your thoughts, think of a nice little relaxation that is for your brain and your body. Okay, now inhale back to center. Keep your legs crossed the way they are. And inhale and exhale, draw your navel back toward the mat and twist to the other side. So your left leg is going to be weighting down your right leg, so make any accommodations if it's too much. Nice stretch. Just bring your awareness to the area where you feel the stretch and just breathe right in there. Your breath isn't going there, you know that, but it's just a mental thing. And exhale, soften a little bit. And inhale back to center, uncross your legs. Take any movement you want before moving into your Shavasana today. So just listen to your body. Give it what it's asking for. Great, everybody's doing something different. Everybody's listening to their own body. That's yoga. So take your time with what you're doing, and when you're ready, just Come into your Shavasana. Just no effort and aligned. Right and left sides are balanced. Minimal effort. Feel the support of your mat. Feel the support of the earth. And the only thing you have to do is let go. Let go of thoughts, let go of doing anything. Just be. Let your body breathe itself. Be right here, right now. This moment is the only thing that's real. Don't waste it. come back to the space, your awareness back to the space, and begin to awaken your body. Just little movements, no rushing.
Did the cramps go away?
Gradually come on over onto your side and just rest in your side or in your seat. And notice where you are at the end of practice or toward the end of practice. And listen to your body, notice sensation, notice the state of mind, and notice your breath. And come on up to a comfortable seat. And just sit in seated mountain, so root down through your sit bones and lift up through the crown of your head, nice tall spine. And I would like to, before we officially close, just do that little finger exercise that I did. So start with both. This is kind of nothing. I don't know what it is. It's just that I want you to do it. Okay, so fingers are up, and then I think it works better when you think exercises. So up, exercises. Again, exercises. Now we're going to alternate. Watch me do my exercises. I know. It's good for you. All right, so thumbs up. Exercises. Exercises. Alternate. Watch me do my exercises. Stay with me. That pointer finger. Exercises. Exercises. Watch me do my exercises. Middle finger. Exercises. Exercises. Alternate. Watch me do my exercises. Ring finger. Exercises. Exercises. Alternate. Watch me do my exercises. Last one, pinky. Exercises. Exercises. Watch me do my exercises. Okay, all right, wait, I didn't do the ending the right way. Okay, so hands,
maybe we'll be good by September.
palms together at your heart space. Bow to your efforts today. I thank you so much for coming and letting me lead you. And the light and teacher in me honors and bows to the very same light and teacher in you. Namaste.